Hey,
Waka waka.
I like it.
Okay,
Original style.
Yes.
That's
all right.
That's
okay.
the brand.
Well, welcome to this here podcast on this Tuesday night. You might have noticed that our followers has blown up. We going viral.
To the moon.
I think we're like 14.
Yeah, that's like 400% growth.
Yeah, at least.
Investors,
J-Dogs.
J-Dogs.
I don't know why J-Dogs is
Sponsors.
the fit, but yeah,
Yeah,
it seems right.
feels right.
So you might have heard a third noise, intro noise come out of there. The Waka Waka was brought to you by our very own guest, Sam Willis. Sam, say hello.
Hi, welcome. I'm happy to be here. I can't believe this built podcast is the $1 million building here. It's fantastic.
You better believe it.
Yeah, we're in the custom recording lounge known as Zac's Basement.
Yeah, that's right. B&Z Studios. Wait,
Yes.
PC Construction Studios.
Yeah, there we go.
J-Dog Studios.
J-Dog, yes.
I'm just throwing out some potential sponsors.
Burger King.
I hate
Burger King Studios. If they offered me money to have this studio named after them, we would deny.
Whopper's #1 burger next to In-N-Out.
What? That's so bold.
Do you really like Whoppers?
The King.
Oh, gross. Okay, so let me introduce Sam for a minute here. So Sam Willis is a real estate mogul /
In my own mind.
real estate professional
Debatable.
who used to be my neighbor.
Yeah, you're my favorite neighbor, dude. We were
Yeah.
best. We were right across the street for
The whole time.
how long? Like
10,
10
11
years.
Yeah.
Dude, all your other neighbors are going to listen to this.
Yeah, and they'll be next. Ben will be calling them.
Yeah.
for these late-
Yeah. No, we had a good neighbor group, but Sam was kind of like my first neighbor to befriend me, and I learned quickly that Sam is a titan in the real estate industry.
In my own mind.
In his own mind, at least. But it was good. And we have been friends since. And Sam comes to us from the great state of California.
Yeah.
Born
West
and
Side.
raised, right?
West Side. Yeah, West Side.
West Side. Didn't you grow up in, like, Silicon Valley?
Yeah. Palo Alto.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I left at 18, never looked back, so I'm sure it's still there.
Yeah.
Your family's still there? Is your family there still?
No, everyone's gone. Everyone's here. So,
Yeah.
well, I got a sister in Texas, but no, dude, Ben, still my favorite neighbor. And those were good times, dude. You were an awesome neighbor. And
Hockey in the streets.
hockey in the streets and just you coming out to help me fix stuff. So,
Yeah.
dude, you're the man, dude.
You've been teaching me golf, also helped us sell our townhome.
Yeah, I still think about that. It wasn't, you maybe don't think about that, but
That was great.
oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I came out on top, so I was good. After being underwater.
Did you charge like a 9% commission?
No, I actually
I tried to do it for less, and
tried to do it for nothing.
Ashley made Ben pay me. So
I didn't want to pay him.
yeah, I appreciate it though.
Yeah, but I was actually talking to my daughter about this the other day. So there are a few people in life that are go-to friends that you could literally call and say, I don't have time to explain. I need you to do this. Can you please do it for me? And I decided that I have 4 of those friends. Just 4. There are definitely people who do stuff for me, but I mean, this is like no questions asked. I need $5,000, or I need you to drive with me to Vegas, something. And Sam is for sure one of those.
Not on that list.
Sam's more of like
I'm like 7 or 8, maybe.
no,
Second.
definitely on that list. So
No, dude, I feel the same way, dude. Those were good times, and I miss those days sometimes. I still tell Tawny about how much I miss living by you. So
yeah. We brought Sam on today to
and Zach movies. What's up?
And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Zach met Sam. Zach was introduced to Sam through, was it just living in just coming over to my house, or was it?
Living at your house, basically?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in my house. Yeah.
Back in the single days before I got married, I was basically over there every day that I could be there. And I met Sam through you just in the hood.
Well,
And
Tuesday nights, right? Because for those who don't know, the Megaplex, isn't it Megaplex has Tuesday night deals?
The summer of Movie Pass, dude. The greatest summer of my life.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Movie Pass?
It was kind of, well, I met you before COVID, but we kind of transitioned to, we'd go do other stuff on a Tuesday. And a lot of times we went and the guys went and saw a movie at the Megaplex.
That's all I would do. I wasn't going to do anything else. I was like, we can go to movies and we can get a pizza. That's about the extent of my
And then one
abilities.
time we ordered one of the fights. I think it was the
Oh,
Pacquiao
that's right.
Mayweather fight.
That's right.
In your
That's
basement.
right. Yeah, and Pacquiao was injured, dude, or else he would have had him.
Yeah, he should have. Still.
I don't remember what I remember going to that, but I don't remember who the fighter was. The Pacquiao?
And then another time we saw a scary movie in the basement. Pretty sure. Yeah.
We did?
So I've been to your house a couple times too.
What movie did we see in his basement? It was scary.
What, didn't we see the one where there's like the lights out?
Have you seen Lights Out?
Your memory's so good, Zach.
I swear we did something like that, but otherwise we were at the theater or grabbing food, something like that.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Sam's been both of our friends for quite a while, and we brought him on just because he has been in the same industry since he was young. And knows about the Utah real estate market, and it's just fun to talk to different people in their professions and get some insight.
Selling the nightmare.
Well, we figure that, after this is over, this podcast, we're all going to know how to get rich off real estate and investing.
If you find out, just let me know.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so you had mentioned that there's something that you like to do that's fun.
Yeah,
Kind of an activity that you do with new...
Yeah. No, yeah. So, first of all, so I got started right out of college. I've told you this, right?
Yeah.
So my dad did commercial leasing in California, and he's like, hey, I was like, hey, Dad, graduated with a history degree, like absolutely no marketable skills whatsoever.
Except for your looks.
Right, yeah.
I mean, those sell themselves.
And so I asked my dad, hey, should I get into commercial leasing? He's like, you're way too soft for that. Why don't you try?
What do you mean? What do you mean by soft?
I think he said. The commercial side's pretty cutthroat. So, and it's pretty old. It can be about who you know. So, he thought I'd have a better opportunity selling homes, and I caught the market here really good. So, post 08, we could talk about that if you want. How depressing that was for you.
Oh, post 08, yeah. I was upside down on my house for like 10 years.
Yeah. So I think you moved in fall of 08. I moved in spring of 09, and it was almost $100,000 spread, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a townhome in Lehigh for like $260.
Yeah.
And then other people started moving in a year or two later, buying for...
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel like I was going to be there forever.
It's crazy, though. I mean,
yeah,
it took a little bit of time, but who could have known?
But I made some dough.
Who could have known that the market... So I caught it the 10-year run-up to COVID, and then who would have known that would supercharge the market? So it's nuts. But
wait, COVID supercharged the market?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like when we'd sit down with people, we'd show them this graph of for housing in Utah for like the last 40 years, and it'd be like, okay, about every 10 years there's some kind of hiccup in the market. So it'd be like in 79 there was inflation, in 89 there was a tech crash. You know what I mean? In 99 there was another tech crash. And then it'd be like each 10 years there's some kind of reset. And so, we can't predict these things as far as timing the market, but who knows? And then it was like right on track. COVID hit in 2020.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this could be the event to like reset prices. And then they ended up going the other way. So it's nuts, dude. I still have PTSD about 08 a little bit.
Yeah. And not to go away from that time, but like this whole, they talk about the demand and housing shortage. It's specific to Utah, but is that a thing that's prevalent in the West? And like, where do you see that going?
Yeah, so I guess what they say is that 08 had such a huge effect on housing inventory that the builders were hurt so badly that they just stopped building for a while and got behind on housing inventory, and so they haven't been able to catch up yet. and even in Utah, I want to say it's like a 30,000 household shortage. And so we're still trying to catch up, but the only builders that have been able to have the money to do anything are these national builders coming in. So like Lennar, D.R. Horton, they're the only ones able to buy the land. So
Well, but isn't the solution to that, or what we're seeing, just a whole bunch of like apartments and like?
well, so like the cities control the zoning, and they'll tell the builders what they want to build. And so for a long time there wasn't enough affordable buildings, so the cities just let these like multifams come in and go crazy. So it's been a real frustrating market to be a buyer in, but for me it's like '08 was scary because you told people to buy homes, and then what happened to you, happened to everyone basically.
You just kind of keep pushing that knife deeper and deeper.
But like, so there was some shell shock there, but if I told anyone from '09 to 2011 or 2020 to wait to try and time the market, they would have been behind because the market raced up so fast. So I don't know. It's tough to time it, but you just got to look at your own personal, what you're able to do, and if the timing's right for you. But we do have a exercise called crystallization that we like to sit down when we're meeting with new people.
Yeah, called crystallization.
Well, so shout out Doug Yeoman. Everyone's gonna know who that is. It's an old school broker in Chicago, but he created this idea of helping people crystallize what they want when they start looking for a home. So
is Doug gonna be stoked that he's on our podcast?
I think Doug's dead, but yeah, R.I.P.
Okay, shout out Doug.
Yeah, shout out Doug. Shout out the moms too. I forgot to shout out the moms.
Our moms? Or
Yeah,
Doug's
yeah.
mom?
Yeah, the moms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because your mom's gonna listen to this too.
Absolutely not.
What?
I mean, yeah, I'll have to help her figure it out.
She's never gonna feel prouder than you
Well,
making it on this podcast.
Well, if Joe was here, she'd probably listen.
Joe is Joe's Sam's
More successful, handsomer, richer.
Isn't he younger?
Brother. Younger. Yeah.
but not as good at golf.
That's true. Probably if he tried, though.
and probably friendship. I could attest to that.
Yeah, Joe's never called me to go to a movie.
Yeah. No, Joe's all business.
I love Joe, actually. He's awesome.
Never met him.
Joe definitely called Joe before me. For that. No. But I thought it'd be fun to take you guys on the journey to help you crystallize, because...
Dude, let's crystallize.
All right, you guys ready?
I guess.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So
Wait, so we're a couple buying a house.
you can, however you want to do it. Yeah. You
Okay.
can be a couple buying a house.
Roommates.
And you
Two
have
bro
two
cousins.
Two cousins buying a house together, right?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, if I could wave the magic wand, there are no rules about your house. Completely whatever you would want, like in your ideal world. What does that house look like?
All right. Oh, man. So, yeah, no limit on money or anything. It's going to have some land to it. Not too much
Definitely
land,
some land.
but some acreage.
Nicely landscaped.
What does acreage mean? What is acreage? You have to be more specific.
How many acres?
2.
You don't want to have too much to take care of.
Yeah. The other thing is, too, well, what happens if we differ? What happens if when you talked?
That's the point
Part
of
of
it.
the game, man. Yeah.
Okay. I've always, the first thing that came to mind for me is I love to have just the recreation so close. So I've always wanted an indoor basketball court
Oh,
that could convert to you could play pickleball on it. I hate tennis, but let's say tennis, volleyball, all that stuff. And then like a gym facility in it.
I would also like to have a gym that I can look at.
And a swimming pool, but that's probably better outdoors.
Swimming pool would be dope. What about like a dirt bike track?
That
That would be awesome. But I don't need to ride on it. I just want to build it. So like heavy machinery that we can play on in the back.
So then you got to have like a big kind of warehouse thing to park all the machinery.
Yeah, the second garage. Also, a river where you can fish.
Like a lazy river.
Like a river cold plunge / fishing.
Okay, I like it.
My cousin has that and it sounds awesome.
I'm down for that.
like in Midway, you have the river running through Midway and people can go fish right there. That's sick.
Okay.
Yeah, this is freeform, so keep going. There's no wrong answers.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? Big balcony off the bedroom with a nice view. I would definitely like that. Big.
What's important? What's important about that? Why?
Because I have this ritual where I wake up every morning and I step out on my back porch and just like take in the air.
That's because you live in the dope mountains. If I did that in my house, it'd be like gross.
I used to do it at our townhome, not as much, but I would step out the back and smell the stinky river. But it was just outside. I just really enjoy outside. It's like one of the first things I want to do when I wake up.
I like the big island in the kitchen. Why? Because it's just like space to make food and a bar, like kids and stuff, they just come up to the bar. So you're not like, it's fast, right? You're not like setting a big table and get out to the fine dining.
Casual get together with family.
Yeah, I like Big Island.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see, what else?
I don't really want that big of a house.
Yeah, here's the thing
take care
too.
of it.
I'm thinking in terms of like, we're just going to be hanging out and having fun all the time.
A hangout house?
And so I'm thinking like, oh, an arcade room or a theater.
Theaters. Although I was once told that people who put theaters in homes rarely actually end up using them. Do you feel that's true, Sam?
I actually heard they are going out of vogue.
Yeah?
Do you know what is going into vogue?
What?
Pickleball courts and cold plunge saunas.
You
Seriously.
mean rivers?
Yeah, right. Or rivers.
Yeah, cold plunges, saunas, yeah.
I believe that.
The things you own end up owning you.
Words of wisdom.
No fear.
Okay. Back on track, though.
Okay.
Keep going.
How much more should we come up with?
It's up to you. You're in charge. This is your house.
Okay.
Sorry, we still are we only have 2 mics.
So it's bunk beds like in Step Brothers, right?
So much funtivities.
Are we there with our families? Like, is it a 2-winged house? We got to be.
Yeah, it's our house. Yeah.
2-winged house.
How
right?
about
we want to be on opposite wings?
How about you have your house, I have my house, and then we have a connecting family room kitchen that's like massive, like just huge open.
That'd be
area.
cool.
But we still have our own kitchens and stuff.
Yep.
But I think the things you'd want in your house, I'd want in mine too. Like a slide. That'd be fun.
Slide would be fun.
No, I don't even need a basement. Basement's now worthless to me.
But they're the best place to take a nap because they're nice and cool.
They're nice and cool.
Big old pantry. I love a pantry, although we never have it. Big pantry full of just fun, delicious snacks.
Yeah, can we include snacks?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Okay, in that case, built-in soda fountains.
Ooh, that's nice.
Like at the gas station.
Yep.
Oh, and a lift for like a car lift.
Oh, like
if you
a
want to work on your
mechanic?
car?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Totally agree.
What's important about the lift?
That I can work on the car.
What's important about the car?
It's kind of for me, it's like
I
this
don't like bending over.
self-sufficiency of it. The ease and convenience.
Ooh, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay. Self-sufficiency.
And that's where that's how I feel about like the big shop too, right? We got to have a shop with a bunch of power tools, bunch of woodworking stuff.
A found. What do you call those? You make. It makes steel things out of steel. You put it in the
like a forge.
Forge. There you go. Yeah. Dope forge.
Like being goldsmiths.
Yeah. Oh.
Like
We know
cousin
about
Levi, who's been on the podcast. Shout out. Yeah, and the other that also all the machinery that you need to like, take care of the landscaping yard. I like that self-sufficient. I have the stuff that I need to take care of this property.
Also, I think my bedroom would just be everything associated with comfort. Massage chair, Tempur-Pedic bed. Oh,
What does the house look like inside?
I don't care. Whatever. Spacious.
Yeah, I like the high seal. So I mentioned this earlier, I think, but big, like natural light coming in windows, big windows, tall open windows.
Yeah, I like that too.
This is over when you guys want it to be.
Okay, let's stop there and you take us into the next step.
Okay, so Zach did a much better job of visualizing the house. I think that Zach would do this more seriously than Ben would. But we're gonna run through a list here. You guys ready?
Ready?
Recreation basketball court, indoor gym, pool, dirt bike track, heavy machinery, warehouse, second garage, river for fishing, a balcony with a view.
I mean, I'm already into it. This is dope.
An island in the kitchen where kids can be, a theater room, bunk beds, two wings for the house, a slide, a pantry, a built-in soda fountain, a car lift, a big shop, bedrooms that are comfortable, lots of natural light. Okay, does that sound right?
That's good.
So, of that list, if you guys had to narrow it down both to your top 3, what do you think they would be?
Ooh.
I mean, for me, I'm going heavy machinery, number 1.
I was going to say the shop. That's the first thing that came to mind for me.
Well, so my shop would be number 2, but like having the heavy machinery outside to do stuff, that'd be my number 1.
I guess that's how I'm picturing the shop is like it's this massive open, you're parking your machinery in it. You have woodworking tools and other stuff.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Recreational vehicles,
Number 2, for me, probably comfortable bedroom. I want comfort. Comfort bedroom. I don't care what it looks like, as long as it's comfortable.
For me, actually, when you mentioned like the gathering place, that'd probably be my number 2 because like sit down for dinner. It's the place where either I have my family and I'm spending time with them, and it's those few hours you get every day between work and then kids' bedtimes, or where both of our families meet in the middle, right? And we hang out for a bit and laugh and have a good time.
Yeah. And number 3, pool. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 for me would be. Can we each pick our own 3? Sure, yeah. My 3 would definitely be the anything that it's like the health, the gym, it's the fun and the fitness stuff, so the gym and the basketball court, I guess. And
well, I only said pool so I could do laps and be strong.
There you go.
Soda fountain.
Okay.
Vending machine.
Ben.
Slaughterhouse.
You've picked a machinery.
Yeah.
Heavy machinery.
Okay.
And a comfortable and comfort. And Zach, you picked a gathering place that's important and like a gym basketball court. Like what is it? What is it that's important? Why did you pick that as your number 1 or 2 or 3? Like, what is it, guys? We need to go a little deeper here.
Okay. For me, it's probably just the activity aspect of it, having something to do that I like creating and building and actively doing work without actually having to do work, because in machines they do the work. So that's well.
Yeah, I agree. I like that feeling of like, I have the stuff to get this job done, and I don't have to run to Home Depot or run to this place or go to this place or ask to borrow this from this person. So that's why I chose that first. Second and third things are focused on like my kids and my wife, because we have so little time during the week together because of work and when school's in, my daughter's in school. And so taking advantage of those few hours in between bedtime and work are pretty critical. And the fact that I have a gym so close, I can go and do that, and there's still time for all the other stuff. So, yeah.
Could you imagine having a skid steer with all of the attachments?
It'd be so awesome. It'd be so awesome.
So as far as crystallizing, I feel like what I'm hearing from Zach is what's most important to him is his family and allowing his home to be a place where he can be with his family and not waste time.
I feel like we should stop there.
And for Ben, it's about big toys. And maybe making sure it's a place that he can be comfortable. So it sounds like for you, you want your home to be a place that's comfortable and safe for you to be.
Sounds...
Where you can
well, and family.
Yeah.
And family and health.
Shout out Ashley.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we would do is try and identify those, help crystallize for you guys. Because when you're dealing with homes, you're dealing with people's money and you're dealing with where they live and spend most of their time. So you're dealing with their emotions. So the idea is just trying to get people to crystallize like what they actually want in a home, which is kind of fun for people to do.
And so when you take them out looking for houses and stuff, do you try and like focus on those points and bring that up?
Absolutely. Yeah. Be like, dude, it sounds like sounds like these are the things that is important to you. Does that sound right? You know, and then if they're like, yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that, but that's what I'm looking for. Then you can identify homes like beyond the bedroom count and the location, you know, maybe it's what they're really looking for. So that's kind of the fun part of it.
Do you sometimes have people who go find a house and you kind of know in your mind that it's not really what they're looking for and you have to like kind of steer them away from it, or do you not do that? Do you just let them kind of...
No, yeah, for sure. So as an agent, you don't make the decisions, right? You're just there to help. So sometimes people got to see a lot of stuff to figure out what they actually want. So...
yeah.
But another rule, just to shout out for the rules out there for when you guys are looking at homes. So there's usually 3 things that are involved. So there's the price of the home, right? There's the location, and there's the condition of the home. Usually you're going to get 2 of the 3. And
I remember you saying that.
You'll have to compromise on one. So to use your guys' homes, for example.
Yeah.
Ben, like I know Draper was very important for you, that location, and you wanted a big lot. You know what I mean? So maybe you gave up maybe a little bit more on price than you were hoping to do to get those things, right?
Yeah.
And Zac coming out here, it sounds like location was super important, right? And we haven't talked a lot, but either price or condition of the home. Sounds like maybe the price was where it wanted to be, so you give up a little bit on the condition of the home. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think, well, relative to when the house was built, I think it had a full remodel like 6 or 7 years ago. So that also was important coming in, and I didn't want to have a fixer-upper, and especially where most of these houses were built from the 70s to the 90s. But yeah, you're right. Location was absolutely the most important thing. Where we were still close to stuff that was convenient, stores, Costco, whatever, but out of the city, away from the business. Because we came from Saratoga Springs that was just insanely overgrown.
Awesome. Fantastic place to live.
It is great. We love it. But it was growing so fast. Faster than...
Because it's so desirable and people love to live there.
That's right. Exactly.
No, and then the joke is, if you get all 3, that's called a cream puff. And what do you do with cream puffs? You eat them. I didn't make that up. We can change that.
What's the guy from Chicago?
Yeah.
What's his...
Doug.
Doug? Doug came up with that.
So we'll do like a J-Dog or something? Then you eat the J-Dogs.
Okay.
If you found something with all 3, you immediately eat that.
You put down an offer.
Yep. Yeah.
Is it a buyer's market right now or seller's market?
Yeah. So real estate, all about supply and demand, right? So it's kind of like, the funniest thing I've heard is kind of like a Hot Pocket that's been pulled out of the microwave too early. Shout out Ben on that one. It's like there's some segments that are super hot and then other segments that are colder. It just depends on where you're at, and that's all a function of the inventory, supply and demand. So what they kind of say, I don't want to bore you guys.
No. But, say it.
So what they say is like inventory, so a 6 months of inventory, meaning of every house on the market sold, it would be out of inventory in 6 months, is considered a balanced market. So anything under 6 months is considered a seller's market. Anything over is a buyer's market. So then you can micro within that price point that you're looking, you can see how much inventory is and which way the market's swinging.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. Do you have a follow-up to that? Because I have kind of this one will go off on a different topic.
No, I just thought I would talk about how when Sam was helping me buy a house, we decided to go look at different houses up. At first, we were kind of looking in Highland, and Sam was with me and my wife and my
family.
oh, the whole family,
Oh, yeah.
whole family.
The whole family was there.
And we're looking for houses, and we're driving through neighborhoods, and it can get kind of hilly up there.
And you were driving like crap.
We're into Alpine, and we're looking around, and Sam had to barf because he got sick in the car.
So Ben's like, hey, let's go look, like Sunday afternoon or something like that. I'm like, ugh. So we hop in the car, and you're just whipping around like, what about this one? What about this one? What about that lot over there? So I'm having to look down at my phone to see what we're looking at, then back up at the road, then back down to the phone.
What did you just eat, too?
Yeah, and I finished off a giant hot bowl of soup. That's no lie. Delicious.
Is it too hot?
Yeah.
Too
No,
hot.
it was perfectly hot. And so, yeah, I would be lying if I said that hadn't happened before, and it hasn't happened since. Just part of part of being in the game, I guess.
Like 5 years ago. That's funny. Anyway, okay, go ahead, Zach.
All right. So I want to talk about briefly, because real estate, as a real estate agent, it's a heavy sales job, right? You have to be knowledgeable on the market. What you were discussing earlier, those are like very common marketing tactics where you associate a feeling and not just a benefit, but like an emotion, right? What I wanted to ask, and let me preface this with a little story. Back when we were looking at a house, we had a very good realtor, very qualified before I knew you. And
All good.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
All good.
Well,
Again,
you didn't
all
refer
good.
him?
Yeah.
Jeez, what kind of
Whoa. Easy now, guys.
And I remember like explaining what we were looking for, and we were kind of trying to discover that as well. But I think that there was this scenario where the realtor could have been both the buy side and the sell side realtor.
Nice.
And was really wanting to get us on this house. And I remember walking into the house, and first of all, I was like skeptical because it wasn't in the area that we were looking or wanted to look, right? And then we walk in the house, and she goes, the first thing you'll notice is that it smells really clean. And I didn't say it out loud, but I whispered it over to Emily, and I go, it just smells like a bunch of overpowered candles covering up some cat piss. Like, and I meant it. That's exactly what I smelled as soon as I walked in the door, and it punched me in the face. Anyway, so I'm referring to like the ethics of selling somebody a home, because that left an impression on me that was like clearly somebody lit a ton of candles, and clearly you knew that one of the things I did mention is I don't want to buy a pet house and have to tear out all the carpet. And sure enough, we walk in the door, and all I can smell is cat pee. Pardon my French earlier. Mm-hmm. And the first thing she made a point to say was, the first thing you'll notice is that it smells really clean. And I felt like that was just shysty,
Yeah. Shout out that agent. She's just trying to close some deals. No.
Wait, but you said, you're dealing with people's lives and money. And
Yeah.
And emotion.
So,
Emotions, yeah.
shyster.
Well, so there is, shout out fiduciary. That's Ben's favorite word. There are seller representative agents and buyer representative agents. And if you try and do both, that's called a limited agent, and it's not something that's recommended. And so if you're out there in the market, just look out for that. I don't do that personally.
What I like to do is just ask you a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
And get a bunch of information from you, and then just use Homie.
Yeah. And again, Homie is a fantastic option, and there's a place for everyone. What I've definitely learned that if there's 100 buyers, there's a different seller type and buyer type for each one of those people, and agents are only a fit for some of them. And what I've seen, again, this is the honest truth, but like people don't realize it, but it's stressful when you're looking at homes. Like I said, you're dealing with money and where you're going to live, which is all emotion, whether or not people realize that. And sometimes having an agent can get you that last 10% of the way, but you could totally do it on your own, and that's an option for anyone. And I don't sweat that at all. Shout out, homie. Oh, wait.
So I have one last question, just one more that I want.
Yeah, we're going long. I was trying to
it's okay.
keep you from editing.
So you got to tell us a story of like that rough client, and
I blacked those out. I never have rough clients.
what was I know you want to keep a positive vibe, and that's why you're a reputable realtor. Like people like to work with you because of the guy that you are. Yeah. But give us a quick story of just an experience that was kind of rough.
I have, blocked those out. I'm not a good fit for everyone and vice versa. Nothing's coming to mind, but I will say there was this one time, keeping it on brand with the barfing, going to East Side Provo early in the morning, had a big monster on the way, and then like maybe a big gulp, and was like, couldn't get there in time, and beat the clients to the house vacant, water's turned off, so I couldn't use the restroom in there. By the time I got back outside and decided whether or not I should pee in the bushes with all the neighbors there, had a little accident there. So, and then had to pretend to these clients that I'd spilled my soda on my khakis, which is like a big old pee stayed down the front of my pants, and then showed like 8 houses to them with like dry pee.
Did you?
No, I legit was like, oh, I spilled my soda on my crotch.
I'm so glad I asked.
Yeah.
Did you actually spill soda over top of it?
Oh yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah.
Blend the smell.
Yeah.
Did you light a candle to hide your piss smell?
Well, and it's a very, I don't know when last time you peed your panties, but there's a very specific type of stain.
Yeah.
So
I didn't tell you this, Zach, but I actually had a rough experience building my last house, my dog house.
Couldn't follow the blueprint, eh?
It was rough.
That's a great place to end. We went a little long on this one, but this is a good conversation.
I think when we have guests on, we should just plan on going longer.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, so many gold nuggets.
Exactly.
When you find a house that has all three, you eat it.
Cream puff.
the Whopper.
Stop talking about Burger King. Otherwise, we're gonna not post this.
Sam, thanks for taking some time with us. This was good.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So tell us how we find you.
Just call.
No, this is a shout out. Yeah, you know what? Leave us a comment.
I can do it. I know it.
Don't Google my name.
Yeah, Google. So you've got Sam Willis at
You're gonna
what's that guy's name?
Don't Google my name for legal reasons. Shout out my mom.
You've got he works for what's Warren Buffett's company?
Berkshire Hathaway.
Berkshire Hathaway.
I don't work at Berkshire Hathaway, dude.
What?
Better Homes and Gardens.
Oh. Same thing.
Wow.
Better Homes and Gardens. What's the actual name of your
It's all
company?
the same crap.
What's your name of
It's
your
all the
company?
same
Come on.
crap. It's
Shout out
Better Homes and Gardens Momentum in Lehigh.
in Lehigh.
And
In Lehigh? Pleasant Grove.
we moved to next to the Costco.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good move.
But
Wait, there's a Costco in Lehigh?
yeah, I right on the border with American Fork. You must
Oh,
have thought it was
okay.
American
That's still
Fork.
Lehigh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm one of literally 100,000. Just go use someone you know, like, and trust, and have fun.
Hey, you're talking to our moms here, okay? Oh, which, by the way, Sam did do some stuff to help my parents when they were thinking about moving here.
Yeah.
He's great, guys. Seriously. So, Sam, shut up for a second. So, stop with your humbleness. Sam is a fantastic realtor. The group he works with.
I'm not sponsoring this. I'm not paying any money for this.
Yeah, love Sam. Love his brother Joe. Fantastic group. Reach out. He's happy to answer questions. Do you have like a website?
Hey, by the way, previous guests, they had no problem promoting their business, which we thought was great.
He did
They
his
do
own
great
shout
things.
outs.
Yeah.
Come on,
And
shout out.
it was great.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have to get on the therapy chair with me, but this is like the least favorite part of this job for me. So it's like all good.
Promoting yourself?
Yeah, any kind of that stuff.
Okay, well, I'll
so
promote
painful.
you. You're fantastic.
No, yeah. Just,
Oh, this will do. So we've got our Instagram channel going.
you're killing this episode. It was on such a high, and now you're doing this stuff.
We've got our Instagram channel,
Oh
and
my
this
gosh.
and the first comment on this post
that
will
no one
be
will care about.
a link to Sam Willis,
I'll delete it.
realtor. So it'll be great. Better Homes and Gardens, Berkshire Hathaway.
Sam, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah.
This has been a good one.
It has. You're fantastic. And make sure if you have questions, you comment on the
Post a comment.
Instagram channel. Yeah. And Sam can answer them there.
Hot soup.
Sam's one of our day ones. So
And
he'll see those comments and he can reply.
he's also listened to all of our. He said he's listened to all of our podcasts.
Is that
so far,
true, Sam?
So I think
Absolutely.
you know how to finish it.
All right.
Do you remember?
I'll screw it up, but yeah, you guys start.
In case we don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.